Hello, everybody. So today's question is about, it's an inner child healing question. What does our younger self need to hear from us today, right? Been a lot of readings about letting go, about not holding on to things in the past, and our younger self sometimes is running the show, and you could see that playing out in many ways in life. You know, the wounded child is who is screaming and acting out, not the adult who has wisdom and experience behind them, right? So our inner child needs, you know, if you've heard of people do inner child work, is our adult self goes in and tells our inner child that they are safe, right? They are loved, they are safe. We hear them, we know that they got hurt. We know that there maybe wasn't somebody there for them when they needed them. And our inner child is calling out to us right now saying, I need some help to heal this, whatever wound it is. So that's why I am asking the question, and we're gonna see what the cards say. What does our younger self need to hear from us today? What does our younger self need to hear from us today so we can help heal the wounded child, so we can leave the child where the child is meant to be in the past, but healed, right? So because that's why things come out, right? When you see an adult, a 50-year-old person having a temper tantrum and screaming and taking out their anger and hurting other people and frustration, that's not their adult person. That's their wounded inner child who is running the show at the moment. So a lot of us need to do inner child work about healing those wounds. It doesn't matter if we're adults now, right? We need to heal our inner child. So what does our inner child need to hear from us today so they can heal, right? What do they need to hear? One more. Okay, and if you're just joining me, I'm Melissa, my channel, Postcards to the Universe. I talk about inspirational stuff. I do oracle readings of a deck I made myself. I photographed manifesting postcards. There's affirmations. I do short videos, inspirational talks, kind of whatever I'm thinking about for the day. You know, it's always about raising our frequency. It's always about letting go. It's always about, you know, moving forward and, you know, those kind of topics. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, then I would love it if you would subscribe, comment, like, share, and leave me your thoughts about anything that if you do watch the tarot videos, please leave me your thoughts because I'm new to it, relatively. And, you know, there's things I may not see that you see. That have to do with the questions. Okay. All right, well, here we go. So the inner child, so we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is conflict. So there was conflict, there was challenges, there was something that our inner child experienced. And in this specific wands, it's about the, you know, the spirit, you know, something happened to our spirit, because it's more about walking away. You don't see them battling each other. You see them turning their backs on each other and walking away. So maybe when you were a kid, your parents went through a divorce and a parent walked away and you didn't get to see them, and that hurt you. Or you were abandoned. Somebody walked away from you and abandoned you. Yeah, I get a feeling that this is a lot about abandonment and that you weren't supported, right? Okay, so your inner child needs to hear that you, the adult, are never going to abandon that child ever again, okay? The page is the messenger, and the page is bringing the right words. Swords are words, information, could be challenges, can be truths. are bringing truth. And then the page also has a childlike energy. So you can step into the role of the page of swords to tell your inner child, I got you. I will never, ever, ever abandon you again. Okay, those are the words that your inner child needs to hear, right? Because the page, even though they have a childlike energy and they're learning and it's about potential, we're growing up here, right? We're growing up. This is us growing up. And this is us grown. This is us fulfillment. We are the authority now, right? Cups are our emotions. Cups are our relationships. Cups are how we feel. So you can tell your inner child who's been abandoned, in whichever way the inner child was abandoned, that you are feeding him her new information, that you will never be abandoned again. And you can make that, and you're comfortable in making that promise, a new contract with your inner child, because here you are in full authority of who you are and the adult you've become. So you will never abandon that inner child, that little child that was you, that was abandoned, ever again. So that's what your inner child needs to hear from you today. Okay? So do a little exercise, write a little letter. If writing's not your thing, you know, sit and play some like really nice, you know, meditation music. Go within. I'm sure there's inner child healing frequencies or meditations on YouTube that are free, and do a little meeting with your inner child and let them know that they will never be left and abandoned again, that you've got their back, you're the adult now, you're in charge, and you will always take care of them. And that's how we heal the inner child wound, right? Because time is is not the way we assume that it is, meaning that we see it as linear, the way that we're kind of going, because that's just the way the earth works. But when you're talking about energy, when you're meeting your inner child, that is the present moment. That child is in the present. That's where the child is stuck. And that's why it's coming out now. Okay, so you can go there and it still be a present moment experience. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing, right? Time is relative. So if you're having a meditative experience and you are in touch with that inner child, you are in the present moment with that part of you that is in the present moment. Okay? And that's where the healing happens, because the past and the future do not really exist. It's all happening simultaneously. Yeah, I got it. And this is for all of us. This message is for all of us. So, you know, if it resonates with you, let me know. If you see something I'm not, also please let me know. Like I said, I'm newer to this, and I'm learning as I'm going, and I'm loving it. And I really, really appreciate if you would subscribe, like, comment, share the videos, and just, you know, connect with me. All right, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Let's do this healing we need to do so we can move forward and have the life that we want. All right, bye.